Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Rolanda.
And I'm Kylie.
And this is
Rose Crafty Corner. Welcome, everyone. Whether you've seen us before or you're brand new to our channel, thank you for being here and spending some time with us. We have a bit to show today, a bit of everything. We are primarily a cross-stitch channel, although occasionally we do have some other crafts.
And we do today.
We do have a couple of little things, so we might just show them quickly and get them out of the way.
Yep.
I made my very first pin cushion.
Yay.
And it's like lily pads and stuff, and I had a frog button that I put in the middle. And yeah, I thought that was really quite cute, so I'm quite proud of that.
It is very cute. It's very, very cute.
And I've put some crushed walnut shells in it to give it some weight, and I got those from Coco X Stitch in North Brisbane, and then put a bit of wadding in it as well. So
lovely.
Yeah, stuffing.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, mine was, I showed you this book last time, and of course my receipt is my bookmark at the moment.
As you do.
And of course I had to start with the first one in the book. And what was the first one in the book? An elephant.
Surprise, surprise. If you are new here, Ro loves elephants. You will see a lot of them on this channel.
Now, they have it where you have the darker as the bottom part of it and the lighter as the top. However, if you haven't realised, if you're new here, I just moved house. So everything is still packed and I couldn't find the darker. So I thought, oh, why not? Let's just go with the light. Now, it is still attached to the ball. This is what I've done so far. And it probably doesn't look like a great deal.
It looks like a donut.
Yeah. So it's only got one more row to go. And then the donut part, the basic donut part is finished. You make the basic donut part for each one.
Yeah.
And then depending on what you're making, you have
different
the icing or no icing and the little bits and pieces that you make.
I love it. So cute.
So I've got that one started. One more row, and then I can stitch this up and stuff it.
Yeah.
And then I can go on with the icing, which is the top part of the elephant. Let me show you again. So you can see here that the try and get it in close for you. You can see that top part is the light part, so that's the icing. And then I've got to create the ears and the trunk and the flower. So it's a whip in progress.
It's a whip, yeah.
It's a whip, yeah. I'm losing my words today, so it's going to be one of those days.
Yeah. Okay. So, other than those, we'll move on to new start.
That's it for other crafts.
That's other crafts. That's it. The rest is all cross-stitch related. Although technically mine is too, I suppose. Sticking pins and needles in it. All right, so I had a new start since we filmed last. It is one that I said I was going to do because it came up in my Whitgo calls, and that was the King Charles Cavaliers. So I have made a start.
You want me to hold it?
Oh, hold it this way.
I'll hold it there.
So I've done 1.5 doggies. So the first one I did is the colour they call Blenheim, and the very first Cavalier I had was that colour.
So that's this one here?
That's that one.
Yeah.
And then the second one I've started is what they call the tricolour. So my next two Cavaliers were that colour.
Oh, nice.
So I'm doing them in the order of the colours I had. So then I'll be switching it around because in the cover photo you would have seen that they were 2 and 2. I'm doing them all 4 across. And in the order of the colours that I had.
Yeah.
So that one was from Maria Brovko, sorry, of Cute Patterns by Maria, and it's just called Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. And you can do them individually, or you can do all 4 of them, or 2 of them, whatever, you know. And I've just done that on an 18 count Ada that I think was tea dyed. I picked it up from the D-Stash market.
It looks like it's tea dyed.
It wasn't done well, so I actually soaked it to get some of the colour out because it wasn't a very, very nice looking tea dye. But now it's just got, a little hint of colour, which I quite like. And it was just a little scrap. if you do the pattern the way she's got it laid out, it is 37 by 67 stitches.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just using my unknown threads for that one, and just tried to match as closely as I could to the colours that are called for.
Yeah.
Because obviously I wanted to look very similar.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But you know,
and you want them to look like your doggies.
Yes, and you don't use a lot of any one colour. So I just use my unknowns and just little bits and pieces of them.
I noticed when I linked it last time, I went through the Etsy store, and she does have a ton of different dogs. So if you don't have Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, and you have like a golden retriever or something, then, you can go and search.
You can have a look for whatever type of dog you've got. Yeah,
I had a look for mine, and she doesn't have any English stuffies.
Well, you'll have to contact her and ask her if she can do one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have managed to get 739 stitches done on that one, which brought it to 39.39%. 39.
That's so cool. I love it when the numbers work out like that.
It's quite fun. So I'm a little bit over a third of the way, which I guess makes sense. Like there's 4 dogs and I've done like 1.5. So yeah.
Cool.
So that was my new start.
Now your second dog was this
the
one
tricolour.
Yeah. And your third dog was the same?
My third dog, no. Well, yes, but I'm not doing 2 of them. I'm only doing them in
the one.
Yeah. So I'm only doing the 4 colours, ones each.
Gotcha.
But just in the order of the colours I had, because my first one was a Blenheim, then I had a tricolour, then I had another tricolour, and then I had a ruby and another ruby, and then I had a black and tan.
Okay.
I did think about putting all their names on there, but I thought if I ever end up having another one,
it'll be left out.
I would want to put the name on there. So I'm like, I'm just not putting names. I'm just doing them in the order of the colours I have had so far.
As a reminder of memory.
I actually, I bought that pattern, I think.
A little while ago now.
It was over a year, probably a year and a half ago when we lost one of the dogs. I immediately bought that pattern.
Yeah, I remember.
But I kept wanting to start it, but other things kept getting in the way. So I put it in WhipGo so that I would definitely do it. And I will hopefully get that done by the end of the month too.
Well, it doesn't look like there's that much more to go. And I mean, you're like
it's a lot of little bits and pieces though. So I'm actually finding that every now and then, like if I'm doing a couple of stitches, down in the leg or something, and then that colour appears again up here, I'm just like running it up the back and parking it until I get to whichever set, or vice versa, depending on where I start them.
What section,
because it's not worth doing a couple of stitches and ending it off and then restarting again in another spot. So I'm just like running it up, but because I'm not, I don't want to muck up my counting. I'm just like parking it there until I sort of, fill out a bit more of the other colours. But there is a lot of colour changes, so it isn't as fast as you would think.
Yeah, okay.
There's a lot more colours than what you would think by looking at it.
Yeah. There you go.
So that was my new start.
Lovely.
And then we'll get into whips.
Whips, yep.
All right. So I've actually finished a couple of my whips, so I'll show them later. But one that I haven't, but I have done some work on, is the Binging Faves Supernatural. And this one is from Creatively Stitching on Etsy. I am stitching it on a linen from Paddock Lane Designs, which we believe is called Snow Gum, and it's 32 count. And I don't love linen, but I am going to keep going with this. So I've finished this symbol in the middle and started on this motif over here. It was hard doing all of this because there's a lot of fractional stitches in there, and it was kind of hard to see with doing the black whether I'd actually fully finished, and I mucked it up a couple of times when I was working on it last week, but then I fixed it.
I remember she was so happy when she finally finished that motif. She was like, yeah.
It still has to have back stitch on it, but, we'll worry about that. So I started that one on the 25th of July last year, 2024, and the dimensions of that one are 149 by 121 stitches, and I am using the called for DMC on that one because it was just going to be too hard to muck around, and I'm happy using my unknowns on something small, but like this is going to be a bit bigger, so I don't want to fiddle around with organising my unknowns on that one. The next one, this one was also a Whip Go call. It is Tropical Holiday Gnome, and it is from Cute Broidery, which is favourite gnome on Etsy. And I'm stitching it on white 14 count Ada. Started it on the 1st of August last year, 2024, when we were on the cruise. It was one of my cruise starts, and I'd had like a measly 62 stitches done on it just to have made a start. And I now have that one at, I've done 451 stitches in one day on this.
Wow.
Because it's just like
it's
blocks
easy.
of colour, and that's made it 14.76% complete. And I'm using CXC threads or something. I don't know if it's actually CXC, but we picked it up at a D-Stash market.
I'm pretty sure it is.
And I'm using they number theirs the same as DMC. So I went through what I had and matched the numbers that I could, and the ones that I couldn't, I just picked something that was close out of what I had in those. So there is some substitutions in there, but mostly it's the called for numbers.
Nice. So it'll be interesting to see, because you've made some substitutions and I didn't. I just went called for.
Yeah.
How different the two will be when you finish.
Yeah. I don't know when that will be. That will probably not be this month. There's a lot of backstitch on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to say on Supernatural I did 223 stitches since I showed it last, and that's now at 15.9% complete. I forgot that one.
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay. And then my last whip that I've got to show is the stitching chart that we've been doing, which was released as a temperature chart, but we decided to swap it around and make it a stitching chart. So Ro and I are both doing this one. We've allocated the colours to specific number ranges. I'm doing mine in blocks of 50, and Ro's doing hers in blocks of 100 because she does a lot more stitches than I do in a day. So it's from Spruce Craft Co., the pattern. It was a free pattern if you were subscribed to their emails. And I'm doing mine on an 18 count Ecru Ada, and started it on the 23rd of December last year, 2024, which was when the frame was released around that time. And the whole pattern is 172 by 170 stitches. I am using Golden Star brand floss, which I've picked up at D-Stashes or op shops or something. And I managed to get 98 stitches done on that one.
Well done.
On Monday when I was at Craft. So that was like 3 rows of April.
Yeah.
So I'm still behind. I'm getting further and further behind. I'm only working on this one at my Monday craft group, and with all the public holidays we've had, the group hasn't run, and then last week I wasn't well on the Monday, so I didn't go, so I didn't stitch this, even though I probably should have, because it would just been easy and mindless.
Yeah, I find that when I'm not feeling well, this is a super easy one to do, because all you're doing is a row backwards and forwards.
Exactly. So that is all my whips, and then Ro's going to show her stitching chart and talk about that, and then we'll do a comparison. See how much further along she is than I am.
I've had to take mine out of the hoop and show you the full thing because I moved. So this is where mine is, and
I told you she's a lot further along than I am.
Yeah. So
she's just about up to date.
Just quickly before we put the before photo in, I finished off the bottoms of the bobbins. I worked the full month of, well, I had 4 days there already, so I worked the rest of April, and I've worked up to May. I've only got 2 days prior to today to catch up on, so that's fine. The next one, I think I'll leave that till the end of May, maybe possibly the beginning of June, and then I'll just do that chunk as one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we go in a bit, and then if we bring it over this way,
we can show the before and after.
You can see how much I've done. And can you see the white?
That is a big chunk of white. That was moving days.
Yes, that was 7 days, 1 week of no stitching.
Yep.
So,
which is very unusual for Ro.
Yeah.
To not stitch at all.
Even back here, the white just jumps out at you.
It does. But it would do it if you had any solid colour like that.
Of course, with
like
7 days, yeah.
7 days worth, if you were within the same range and had the same colour, it would do the same.
Yeah. And then I'll just go a close-up of May. So that's what May is so far. So a little bit of different colours in there. Okay, so I did 5 days on this one, 1,966 stitches, and I'm now at 57.76%. And as I said, I've finished up to the 19th of May, so I've just got the 20th onwards to go. Now I still need to be able to bring this down a bit and then put the key in the bottom. I haven't done that bit yet, but that's not charted, so that's just going to be
it wasn't.
my own.
It's a bit disappointing that they didn't put that in. I think it was the first temperature stitch they've done, so maybe we'll give her some feedback. And just say it would be handy to have a key of what colour it belongs to.
Because even if you did it as a temperature stitch, you wouldn't know. You'd
what still want to know what the ranges were for sure. All right, shall we compare?
Yep, off we go.
Mine looks a little sad.
Yours looks a little small compared to my big one.
It does. I mean, what count did you use on yours?
This is 15 because it was a 14, but
that you dyed. Yeah.
So,
See, mine's just 18 counts, not been dyed or anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, mine would be smaller anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
But also because I'm not up to date, it's definitely small. I need to probably do this a bit more often than just once a week.
I've just realised the other thing I did do was I put in May and June, and then I started the back stitch around some of them, but I've stopped where the colours would come in, if that makes sense, because I struggled in January because I had it back stitched, and we struggled to get the threads in without covering the back stitch.
Yes,
and I had back stitched up to April, so I'm going to now save like the back stitch of the sides and the top and the bottom here until the colours are in. But I'm going to try and just get the outside part started. So that's why you can see there's a couple of black threads hanging. Yeah. So
that's where we are on those. And what else have you been working on, Ro?
Yes. Okay. So I've got 2 more. I've got 324 by Works by ABC. And I spent 1 day on this. So this is the one I worked at the Stitchy Catch Up in the city. And, that part keeps falling down for some reason.
It's a bit floppy.
And I did 590 stitches, and I'm now at 31.54%. So I actually got quite a bit of stitching done at the Catch Up for a change.
You went social networking?
I was, but...
I wasn't there, that's why you weren't distracted.
I had a joke with the ladies there. It's all Kylie's
It's all my fault. Well,
but they knew I was joking. So what I decided to do was...
Yeah, they know me.
Yeah, because we got these new frames, and what I decided to do was put this in this frame and then go across. So this is now the far side. So the top 2 rows are fully done.
So, okay, so it doesn't go across any further than that?
No.
Okay, that's good to know.
And then... so I did this one as well. So I'm going to work across and then work down.
Okay.
Work down. And I'm still missing this one down here, but that's okay. I've got the thread at home.
I just didn't get to it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's that one. Just 1 day on that one. Okay, so this is the one I'm kind of a little addicted to at the moment.
Quite a few people are, from what I've seen and heard.
Maybe that'll give it away. Okay, so this whip is Extraordinary Birds by Lola Crow Cross Stitch. Part 1 was released last weekend. Part 2 was released in 2 days' time. I'm not fully caught up, although I know one of our friends is fully caught up and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Alrighty, so from last time, I've spent 8 days on this. I've done 2,677 stitches. I'm now at 72.16% of both the frame and part 1 together. Okay, so we might need to do a, if we fold this over maybe.
show it in
I've
stages.
got it on a scroll frame now because I had an issue with a hoop marking it. So I'm trying my best. I can't see anything. Can you see it?
There.
Can you see it?
That's the bottom part. That's
Okay.
what you want to show?
Yeah.
Yep.
So in there, part 1 is the Eurasian spoonbill bird. And the reason why it's in is its feature is it has a specialised bill and it's like a spoon and it gets its food that way. And then the flower here is actually a bird of paradise. And the feature, the reason why that one is in is the feature is it's a bird lookalike.
Yeah.
So I haven't quite finished that one. I've finished the actual spoonbill bird. I just need to finish the back stitch on it. And obviously the water. I've still got parts of the frame that I need to finish off and stuff like that.
Yeah. But you're really enjoying that one, so that'll get done quickly.
I love it, love it, love it. They send you out an index. That's it. I was looking for the word.
It's right there.
Yeah, it was too. I just scrolled up. It's right for me. So these are the 2 that were just released. How am I going to? Yeah, sorry about the light, but you can see what they are now. So those were the 2 in part 1 that were just released.
Because the first 2 came with the
first
frame,
2 came with the frame. Yeah. I really love finding out the little information bits and pieces about why these particular animals or plants or whatever they are get added to her patterns. So yeah, I'm
Do you know
really
what's
excited.
funny? One of my kids was watching a TV show and there was like a bird on it. I'm like, oh, it's a Biscay parrot. I'm pretty sure it was. I mean, it flashed up really quickly, but I'm like, oh, because also known as Dracula parrot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that was one of them.
Well, there you go. Now you're learning. Like that's the
I'm
thing,
learning too, even though I'm not actually stitching it.
Exactly.
I'm still learning from you doing it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm really loving that one. And every time I sit down, I'm just like, it just sort of takes over my mind, my body, everything. It's
Makes
just like
happy.
Yeah, like I can't get enough.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very happy with that one.
Nice.
I don't think I have anything else to say other than part 2 is coming in 2 days' time, and I just, I want to catch up. I want to stay caught up with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to because some of the
life gets in the way.
I wouldn't stitch on anything else basically.
Yeah.
And that's so not me. But every release like coming up is a week apart.
Oh, okay.
At the moment, and then we get a little bit of a break, and then we have like a 2-week break or a 3-week break or something like that.
So you can do a bit of catching up in that time, maybe.
Yeah. And the thing is, I can't take it out
and
stitch
awkward.
because it's on the scroll frame. I need a special adapter for the Lowry stand for it, which I've got at home. So I've got it all set up at home. That's fine. It's just a bit awkward to take out because when the scroll frames are on the Lowry stand, it makes the Lowry. It's like heavy, so it makes the Lowry stand sort of move a bit. So I need to have like a brick and
something heavy on the base of your stand.
Yeah. So otherwise, if I had to take it out, I'd have to like put my foot on it and like sort of stand on it or sit on it,
Yeah, it's a bit awkward.
So
and it takes up a bit of space too.
It does. Yeah.
So if you're at a stitchy group with other people, it's a bit hard.
And I wouldn't be able to use it on the table clamp either.
Too heavy for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's awkward as well.
Yeah.
So you need the actual floor stand one.
Yes, and the space.
The space. Yeah. So that's a home project.
Yep. That's all right. You've got plenty of others you can take out and about with you and then go home and do that one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And so you'll be seeing that one more
fairly regularly.
Yes.
Very good.
And that's all my whips.
That's the end of the whips. So now we were going to finishes. Now, I have had a couple of finishes, but I will show this one first because the other one is fully finished. I finished my Ye Olde Halloween sale, which was free from Stitchonomy if you were subscribed to their emails. And I started this one on the 23rd of September last year and finished it on the 17th of May this year. this one did come up for me for Whitgo, I think it was last month. And so I was really enjoying doing it, and I didn't have a lot left. So I decided, being Magical May, I figured this fit into that category.
Yeah.
Being Halloween and everything. So I just kept going. I didn't have a lot left to do. So I finished the door and did the back stitch on that, and I finished the wording and that box up there with the back stitch, and went up and I did the chimneys and the other triangle sections up in the roof, and got all that finished. And so that one is on a 14 count Ada that I tea dyed myself, and I used the Call for DMC for that one. The frame came out in September, so I started it pretty much straight away to try and get that ready. And then they did daily releases, and I kept up with it for a little while, and then I fell behind. So then I managed to get all the boxes done, and then they released the that was what else I did too, the back stitch in the columns. That needed to be done. So I'm happy that it's finished, and now I've got to look at how to fully finish it. But yeah, so that I'm quite happy that I got that one done. So since I showed it last, I did 1,082 stitches on it.
Wow.
And plus the back stitch. I don't think I counted the back stitch in that number. That was just what Markup told me. So there was back stitch on top of that as well. So yeah.
There you go.
I'm quite happy that
I'm actually thinking about
UFOing.
Yeah. Putting mine up.
Because Ro was doing this one as well.
For adoption, and I have someone in mind who would be the first person that I would like to adopt it to.
To offer it to, yeah.
But I haven't fully made up my mind yet. So
yeah.
I mean, I love the bright colours. It's just, I don't know, you know.
Sometimes you just don't love a project, and that is the thing. It was a mystery stitch along.
Yeah. And I've learnt from this, like, I don't like mystery stitch alongs usually.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see.
The Lola Crow one is different because I've seen the
other ones that she's done.
The Greenhouse of Oddities that she did, and then also the
Deadly Aquarium.
That's it, which is what I have at home. I have the Deadly
And
Aquarium.
you were enjoying that one too.
And I was, I haven't started that one, but
okay.
I enjoyed watching them come out.
Yes, okay.
And was wanting to get onto it. So that's why I got the Lola Crow one in the start. But, you know, mysteries, you don't know what you're getting. So you have to sort of be open to it.
And this one was quite different to their past Halloween stitch-alongs as well.
And I loved their past Halloween stitch-alongs. And I think
they were more the spooky kind of...
Yeah, cutesy, spooky sort of stuff. Yeah.
Whereas this... Yeah, I mean, it is called Old Halloween, so, you know, it is very old-fashioned things. But I did like getting there was, with this one as well, there was information about each of the things you were stitching. So, you know, there was a bit of learning in that too, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, and I did like that part of it as well. I don't know, I just, to be decided, I suppose.
Yeah, I now know that I do not want to have to try and keep up with the sale that comes out daily.
Yeah, of course.
That was a lot of pressure for me because
pressure too,
sometimes I couldn't do enough stitches in the day. If I was having a busy day and I only got an hour maybe at night time after the kids go to bed, that I could actually do some stitching. So,
see, for me, what I did was I tried to do all of the frame first, and then I let it go for a few days, and then I filled in a few days at once.
Oh, yeah.
And then I let it go for a few more days. And I think that's where I sort of like...
Let it go too far, maybe.
Yeah, and I sort of put myself off because I was letting it go to catch up, and then just didn't catch up. So. Anyway, all good.
Yeah. So I have some FFOs. I'm so excited to have actually, you know, knocked over a few things. The first one I finished was... This Way to the Ministry of Magic. It's fully finished. So I've just put it in a hoop, and I've put a Harry Potter fabric on the back. And it's just, at the moment, it's in a little IKEA holder, but I'll need to figure something else out because that is a little bit too long for where I want to put it, which if you're a Harry Potter fan, you probably already know where it's going.
Insert picture. Yeah.
I will put the picture in of where it will be living. So I just need to find another stand to put it on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was so excited to have that finished. That one since I did show it last time when I started it, since then I have done 1,560 stitches on it.
Wow.
And it was actually pretty quick
It's all the one colour.
because it's all one colour.
Yeah.
And it's all just like straight lines. So it's called This Way to the Ministry of Magic. It is a free pattern from Kooky Cross Stitch on their website. And I used a 16 count Ada that I hand dyed purple and started it on the 1st of May and I finished it on the 11th. So it didn't take long at all.
There you go.
And it is 160 by 160 stitches.
The grid.
The dimensions of it, yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of worked on that like every day until it was done. And then, it didn't take much to fully finish that in a hoop. So,
there you go.
Yay, I was quite excited about that. And yesterday I spent some time at Coco X Stitch and instead of taking stitching with me, I took some finishing. And this was quite easy finishes. So it's the little bags I did with the Shannon Christine patterns, the Easter wreaths that she released. And I've sewed up the bags now. So I actually undid the bottom and the side of the bag to be able to get in and do the stitching because I like to put it in a hoop and then on a stand. So I used the thread that was already there because it was easy to undo and I just hand stitched them closed again.
Nice.
So they will be ready for next Easter.
Lovely.
And I was given the suggestion yesterday that I could just like stuff them and have them on display.
Oh, okay.
So that's an idea that we will think about when we get to Easter next year.
We've got a few Easter decorations.
We have now, which is good. We like to decorate the board for whatever occasion's coming up.
I found a lot of them in moving and I was like, oh, that's where that was hiding.
Well, make sure you know where it is by next Easter.
Oh, yes. I'm going to have it very much organised before then.
Yeah. All right. And then I finished another one while I was sitting there chatting with everyone as well. And it was the Lucky Shamrock pattern from Charles Craft that we received from the lovely Rose from Untwist Your Stitches. When she sent us a whole bunch of fabric that was Charles Craft, she included the write-up from them and it had this little pattern. So I did it twice and I've just made it into a little scissor fob with a bit of rick-rack.
Nice.
And then obviously the stuffing as well. So, it
didn't take long?
It didn't take, well, it was a little bit fiddly because I wanted to stitch the rick-rack kind of in place because otherwise when I do it in the middle, it moves. So it was a little bit fiddly just trying to, get that in and then do the stitching and the stuffing and there's a bit of stuffing poking out.
Yeah, stuffing always comes out.
Yeah. So, I mean, I did have put interfacing on it, but, as you put the needle through, it can catch a little bit. So, I was quite pleased that I was able to get some finishing done at Coco yesterday.
Nice.
So they were, things that I had sort of sitting there waiting. I want to try and get onto my fully finishing because I have a stack of things that need to be done.
Yeah,
and
I have a few things myself.
Well, I'll be going through picking out some of the quicker, easier finishes to do. Things that are going to, take a bit of time or concentration, are a bit hard to do with kids at home. But, things like that. I mean, I was just sitting there. That didn't really take a lot of concentration, so I was able to have chats while I was doing it, so it was great.
Excellent.
So those are my fully finishes.
Lovely.
And now we'll move into plans.
Yeah.
So, plans.
We haven't got much of May left.
There's not a lot of May left, but I have some plans for June. So I've actually done my whip goes for May. I will continue on with my cavies to try and get that finished by the end of the month. And then if I've still got time, I will continue on my tropical gnome to get that one a bit further along.
Yeah.
The whip go numbers haven't been called yet because we're filming on the 22nd of May, and it'll come out in a few days. So usually around the 25th of the month is when she releases the next numbers. So we don't know what they are yet, but obviously when they come out, that will be plans, but we'll have to discuss those next time.
Yeah.
The other things that I want to work on is Daily Fuel from Paddock Lane Designs.
You want to show last time?
That will be a cute, sweet little ornament that I can just, put on the board.
Yeah.
So and I have plans for that. This is the fabric I'm going to use. It was a tea-dyed fabric that I did. I just sort of, what's the word when you...
Concertina?
That's it. Concertina it, and then put a couple of rubber bands
there
around
are some words that stick in my head,
yeah.
and others just fly out.
Yes. And, yeah, we help each other out with the words. So I have a small piece which should be about the right size for that ornament. It's an 18 count, that I tea-dyed.
Yeah, so, it's not a huge ornament.
So. No, it's not. Yeah. So I need a little one, and I have a thread, but I'm going to show that in haul because I bought one specifically to do this. So my other plans are, well, June is my birthday month. And for June, I have put that as just because June. Just because I want to stitch something. So the ones I want to do besides Daily Fuel are Queen Bee, which I bought a little while ago and have a finished plan for. And Don't Make Me Poison Your Food. I just love it.
I remember that one.
I want to get that done. I want to have it framed and put in the kitchen.
Yep.
So that anytime anyone complains about what I cook, read the sign.
I've got one at home, and it says kitchen closed due to illness. I'm sick of cooking.
Yes, that too. Yeah, definitely. So they are a few of the plans I want to get done in June because they're all fairly small. So if I concentrate on those in between whatever comes out for WIPGO, I should be able to get hopefully all 3 of them done. We'll see.
Wow.
The Daily Fuel one is quite small.
Yes, it's tiny, yeah.
So, and yeah, I'll explain more about that when I get to haul. But those are my immediate plans.
Okay. For the rest of May, for myself, I want to continue. Well, I want to get started with the Joyful World sale for May because I haven't started May's section yet.
And I saw a comment from Deanne that when you do, you'll be ahead of her.
Yes, I saw that.
So get on to it.
Yeah.
It's a race, Deanne. It's on.
Yeah, we've had chats about that one. So I want to get on to that one because that's my other focus piece that I haven't touched yet.
Yeah.
I would like to continue on with 324. There's also the birds.
Of course.
They're affectionately now named.
Yep.
I'm not going to touch the stitchy chart until June because then I might
catch up.
I can get a chunk done then. But that's intentional.
I already have a chunk to catch up.
Yeah. And then the other focus piece was Drinks on the Beach. So I'm not sure where that'll fit in, if it'll fit in again. I still need to do my WIPGO, which is from April, which is the Aussie Christmas Countdown. And I also need to do the seasonal one for May. So we've still got the 2 WIPGO ones to do.
Yeah, you've still got a few days. You'll be right.
And I think that's about it for May.
Yeah.
Because I've still got a few bits and other pieces that are going on. So I don't have a chunk of time at the moment.
Yeah.
And then in June, at the end of June, I'm going away on a retreat. So I need to prepare for that.
Yep.
And it's going to be very, very cold, I've heard. So I've already started getting some clothing.
Some warmer layers.
I bought some nice boots. So they'll keep my little tootsies warm. But yeah, I want to try and take down some smaller projects to work there. So I want to try to get all my bigger ones done in the beginning of June if I can, and just take down some smaller ones. I really want to concentrate on the penguin Christmas stocking.
Yes.
I think my June was halfway
That's
June.
Right.
That's what it was. So anything that was halfway or anything I wanted to get to halfway. So I'll have to have a look at some of my
see how far along you are
and things and see what I can do there.
Yeah.
So just even if I only do it on one and tick it off because I've got a few things happening at the moment. So yeah.
Yep.
That's my plan. So yeah.
Stay tuned.
Fingers crossed I can get
what
I want to get done.
We'll see how we're going when we come back in the next 2 weeks because it will be June by then. So
yes, we'll
let you know how May went and how we're going in June.
Yes, we've got a lot of gardening to do at the new place too. So
Yeah.
I don't.
It'll be keeping you busy
full
for a while.
weekend, so I'm going to lose a full weekend of stitching. So yeah, fun times ahead.
All right. We do have some haul. Not heaps, but if you didn't want to stick around for that, thank you for joining us this far. And feel free to leave us a comment. Please like and subscribe and share our videos with your friends.
But if you want to be enabled,
keep watching. Haul.
Yes, there's a little bit.
I don't have much this time, but somebody does. Who would that be? Yeah, no. There's a wall over there. The wall didn't do it. We both got a set of these hoops, which I ordered from Amazon. Jeanette got some as well. So these are kind of the rectangular shape. They're thin, like the Nurge hoops, but they're not Nurge.
And this large one, the yellow one, is the one I had on 324 earlier.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can never have too many of these things. Yeah. So I like the rectangular shape for a lot of my projects. So Ro and Jeanette decided they would try it out as well.
Because I usually go for this more square shape.
Yeah.
But I wanted to try the rectangular one, so I was like, oh, I'll give it a go.
It depends on the project. Sometimes I prefer the square one. Sometimes I prefer the rectangular one.
Yeah.
But I do find that the largest square one is too big for where I sit, whereas the large rectangular one, because it's narrower this way than this way, I'm hoping will work well for me. I don't have that big size yet.
What I've worked out is the large square one is actually narrower than the width of this large one here.
Oh, really?
So because with 324 I couldn't get the width of the pattern in my square frame, but as you saw before, I've got plenty of width in that frame. So
we'll see. We'll see how we go. I haven't tried that big size before. The last pack I got only had 4 in it, and it was the 4 smaller ones. So anyway, so we each got some of those.
We did.
For Mother's Day, I got this fabric from Sew It All, which I'll put in a digital picture because you can't see the whole thing here. I'm not taking out plastic.
And it's a bit crinkly.
It is a bit crinkly. It's called Haunted Moon, and I got the 28 count in the 45 by 50 centimetres. And I do have a specific plan for that fabric. And the other part of my Mother's Day present, aside from a few little knick-knacky things the kids made,
the cross-stitch related side,
the stitchy related stuff, is that I have ordered Eva, which is a Nora Corbett pattern. We're just waiting for it to come in. It is from Deb Art Designs that I've ordered that one. And Ro also ordered a Nora Corbett pattern
called Gwen.
And we'll put the picture up of those. And they are plans for
Halloween,
Spooktober in October.
Yeah.
When we get to that. So yeah, so I'm quite excited about that because I just think that Eva's going to fit perfectly under the full moon, like she's flying across the sky.
Yeah. And I'm not sure which fabric I'm going to be using yet because I had the thought of actually changing the colour of the dress.
Oh, God.
So if I change the colour of the dress...
It doesn't always work for you, though.
No, but it's still like a loose plan. It's not a set-in-stone plan yet. Okay. So possibly.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We've got time to figure all that out, but I've got all mine worked out. I've just got to, kit it up between now and then. What else? So I have been to Coco a few times, obviously. And I bought some more ball tip needles, which I'm already using, so I won't bother showing them. But they're really good. I really love the ball tip needles. So Denise stocks those at Coco. And I came across this thread from the Gentle Art, and it's called Espresso Bean. It is actually a variegated brown. So it's like,
it's a bit hard to see.
It is. Like, it's got to be in the right light to show the different shades of brown in there.
Yeah.
But that is what I plan to stitch Daily Fuel with because it will just subtly change throughout the different browns. So it'll be one stitch at a time. So that's why I was going to say before, I'm doing it one stitch at a time with this because it's variegated. So it will take longer than it would if I just used a normal plain thread.
Yep.
But yeah, I've been itching to start that one, but I'm like, no, I need to show it first. So now I've showed it, I can start at any time. And my big purchase from Coco was a new lamp. I'm very excited about this one. It's a magnifying lamp, but it's also rechargeable. So I'll be able to take this one to retreats and it won't take up table space. It'll just sit on the floor beside me because it is a floor one. And it's got different light colours, you know, like between the warm and the cool.
It's got the warm and the cool tones.
It's got 5 different ones, and it's dimmable, and it's just, I love it so much.
Yeah. The cool to the warm shades.
Yeah. So, that was from Coco as well, and Denise is getting more of these in if you're interested as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I think that was all of my haul, my purchases.
Yeah.
So
prepare yourself.
Now brace yourself.
I'm going to try and go through
Mine was a drop in the ocean compared to yours.
as quickly as I can. Okay, Kylie was out and about, and I think you
I was getting groceries.
Coles, weren't you?
Yeah.
And she messaged me and said, "Oh, look what I found.
Do you want that?
Would you like to try some embroidery?" I was like, "Sure, let's go."
It says it's for beginners, so
yeah. So let's go for that. So sure. And then she said, "There's another one," and it was a little puppy dog. I was like, "Oh, I can't resist a little puppy dog." And then someone got me this one. It might have even been me.
You probably could do it yourself. It looks like it might.
Capybara. So that's a little cross stitch kit. So yeah, that'll be nice and easy. I mean, I know it says ages 8 years plus, but that doesn't matter. It's fine.
You're plus.
I'm plus. I had to stop in at Choice and get a few things. And while I was there, I picked up some more adhesive sticky back felt. So it's.
I didn't know they had the adhesive one.
Yeah. So it's felt on one side, and then on the other side, it's got like a paper.
Yeah,
and you peel the paper back, and it's got like the adhesive. So they're very good for like ornaments and things like that to finish off. And
I'll need to go and have a look at my local Choice and see if they have it.
Yeah. I'm about to do some, so that's why I got that in preparation for that.
Cool.
This big one I'm going to get it out of the way. So with everything still being packed and I'm going through it slowly box by box, I haven't found all of my 8-ply yarn at home. And if I want to continue making these little crochet donuts, I need to have the same ply yarn to make them up.
Yep. So they're all the same size.
Yeah. So yeah. Roughly. So anyway, I saw this at Lincraft. I'll actually turn it this way because you see most of the colours.
All the colours there.
And they were pretty cheap too. So I was like, I was umming and ahhing because I do have a lot of yarn at home, and then I was like, oh yeah, and then I was like, there's a lot of colours in there, so I could actually probably use most of those colours for
just for the donuts.
The donuts, yeah.
Very good. Good shopping.
Yeah.
We love a bargain.
We do. And then when I was at Coco, last time I got a white cockatoo flower pot holder.
Yes.
And
she did show at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Denise got in some flamingo ones. So I got the flamingo one.
Yep. Now, there's a few different sizes available in these, and I think she is going to try and get the other sizes in as well.
And I'm pretty sure this is the middle size.
Yes.
So on the back,
20 by 20 centimetres.
On the back there, you can see the 3 different sizes.
Yeah.
And then she said to me, oh, look what else I have, Ro.
A matching pouch.
And it's a flamingo pouch, so I might have to do this for my mum for her birthday.
And then you've ordered the cockatoo one.
Yes, I've ordered the white cockatoo one as well.
Because that, has a matching one as well.
Yeah. So that will come in at some stage.
Yes. And
I picked up a few of these cards that were free.
Yeah.
The Christmas one.
The Christmas one was not there when I looked, so I'll have to look next time I go in.
Yeah.
But I did grab the other ones another time.
And then I bought a couple of patterns. Just a couple.
Just a bit more than a couple. I don't think you know what a couple means.
I do. My version of a couple. Love Poppet, Going Coastal. I'm going to struggle a little here. There we go. Alrighty. Look at those waves. And I was introduced to Love Poppet from the Nashville Needlework Market, so I actually really like their style. And
another one.
The second one was Everything's Peachy because of the two peach face birds. They're so cute.
Peach face lovebirds.
Yep. Then I got a Teresa Koga pattern because this little guy just sung to me and he was like, "Take me home." Look at him.
It's Wilbur from Charlotte's Web.
Isn't he adorable?
He's very cute.
And I kind of thought he looked a little like Babe, you know, Babe the movie.
Yeah, but
I was like,
it's Wilbur.
No, I know it's Wilbur from Charlotte's Web, but I was like, he's just kind of like got that voice that Babe had. Take me home. It's
a bit of a worry if patterns are talking to her, isn't it?
No, not at all. All right. So then I spoke last time about having Seasons of the Heart by the Blue Flower, and I bought spring and then some. Kylie gave me summer for my birthday. So I picked up the other two seasons. So this is winter. And then autumn. And then
stop there.
Yeah, as I was walking out the door to go get lunch, I saw this one and I was like, oh, I love it. So Autumn Bee. Look how pretty that is. I hope that's focusing properly. Maybe like that. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. And then this little one sung to me as well. So this one's Hedgehog and Hyacinth. Look how cute. So that were the patterns, and then I picked up a couple of threads as well because I was like, yep, I want to get a few threads, and I don't have a lot of overdyes. So
me neither.
I got these four.
They're pretty.
So poinsettia, hibiscus, dragon fruit, and Mediterranean Sea. I did so well to read 3 out of 4 backwards.
You did. I was like, are you remembering them or are you reading them?
No, I was reading them backwards.
Yeah.
So they're totally my colours.
Yep.
And then
so are they for a specific project or just because they were pretty?
Well,
bit of both?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Mainly because they're pretty.
Yeah.
But I do have something in mind. I just have to see if it works.
Okay.
Now, this particular one was bought with a project in mind.
Yes.
So this is Cottage Garden Threads Daisy. That's it. And this one is, I can't remember the name of the pattern, but it's got alphabet in it and it's got flamingos. Denise has done it.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it and I said to her, these would be awesome for the flamingos, you know, the different colours.
Yeah.
So
what's called either.
I'm going to end up getting that pattern.
Yes.
I've got the thread already.
Thread's ready.
Yeah. Okay, that was all from Coco.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I went to Op Shop and I forgot that I'd actually gone there because when I was pulling this out, I was like, when did I go there?
Where did I get this from? Where did I go?
So it must have been towards the beginning of
the fortnight.
Yeah. And they were selling this like super duper cheap. It was like $2 or something.
Wow.
So it's the first installment of the Peter Rabbit cross stitch with the fabric and the threads and all the things.
That's the front with the
And then I picked up some blue and white twine. And I picked up a Dimensions kit called God's Baby's Birth Record. I just thought it was super cute. With a little bunny rabbit and a little bear and birds. And then a classic storybook cross stitch. So I don't have this book at home. I like to try and get these hardcover books if I can because there's always little things in there that you can adapt and make into different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was just reading the list of the patterns on the back.
Wally, Kipper, Wizard of Oz, Little Prince, Jemima Puddle Duck, Old Bear and Friends, Nut Brown Hares, Pinocchio, Gum Nuts and Frog. covering up the pattern.
Has it got one on there?
Look at the frog.
He's so cute.
He is adorable.
Dancing along or something.
Yeah, like, yeah, living his best life.
Yep.
And then I went up to Crafty Threads. Hi, Sharon. And I had a few things I had to purchase from her. The Rose Crafty Corner project bag, fabric and stuff like that. And she was having a sale, and I was like, I need. Last time we spoke about the Caterpillar cross stitch Australasian Adventure pattern.
Yes, that's on my wish list.
And we were talking about what fabric I would do it on, the light blue and rough, and I was like, no, and I found the perfect fabric there. So it's 14 count opalescent, and it's the Zweigart, and it's the light blue. There you go. You can see the opalescent. So that's going to be so pretty, like being the water.
Yeah, around the map.
Yep. Yeah, around the map.
Mm.
And then she helped me fully kit it up with the with the threads. So that's that pattern all ready to go.
Ready to go for whenever.
Yep. And then I got some of the 14 count vintage blue.
So it is a mottled blue, that one. It's quite nice.
Yeah, you kind of see a little bit of modelling there.
That would kind of work for water too.
Yeah. Well, I was tossing up between the two, and then I liked the sparkly
opal, the we like our sparkles.
And then this one, these next two I just got to have in my stash. So 16 count nougat.
It's a nice neutral.
Yeah. So I could really do anything on that kind of one.
Yeah.
Possibly even some sort of Halloween-y.
Could work, yeah. Depending on the pattern, for sure. And then?
18 count cream. So, yeah, I like to have some neutrals in my stash.
Yeah.
And when Sharon went over to Nashville Needlework Market, she bought some patterns. And this was one of the patterns that I showed on our other video. This is one of the ones I actually bought from her. And she got the same one.
Okay.
And so she decided to buy the threads for it because it's Gentle Arts threads.
Okay.
And so she decided to share her threads with me.
Oh, isn't that lovely? I hope she kept enough.
She did, yeah. And like she said to me, if I don't have enough to let her know, and if she doesn't have enough, she'll let me know. But yeah, we think that we've got enough.
Yeah.
Like, so,
oh, nice.
So the ones are orange marmalade. So it's like a variegated orange. Pine, which is like a dark green. Evergreen, which is a light green.
You're not going to read these ones backwards?
No, these ones are a bit more. Goldenrod, which is like a variegated yellow. It's like a sunshine yellow. It's so pretty. And then blue jay. This is the only one in question that we're not sure whether we've got enough of. Because if you have a look at the pattern again,
there's quite a bit of that.
There's quite a bit of blue in the background. And it's not full coverage. It's got the pattern in there. So that was so lovely. Like I wasn't expecting to anything like that. And yes, I was like, thank you so much. I loved that. Very good. Then she gave me this little book. So it's got a few like little patterns in it, you know.
Oh,
and she thought I might like it because there's a lot of bright coloured ones. So yeah, we can share this if you want.
Cool. I was going to say, what, she didn't give you one for me? Sharon.
So I can't show you any of the patterns, but there's another pattern. It's like So it's from Zweigart. So
I definitely like that cover one. It's very cute.
Lovely Spring number 104/320. So I'm not sure if you can still get them at all.
Or whether they have other seasons or anything.
Yeah. So that was that one. And also, do you guys remember me talking about Mystical Forest?
Oh, God, that's the massive...
My massive BAP that I'm going to start next year. Well, I said to Sharon...
Is that just threads?
I said to Sharon a little while ago... I'll show it in a second. I said to Sharon a little while ago, I want to start kitting it up now so I can take my time over the years
Because
to
it's going
kit
to
it
take
up.
a lot. How many threads are in it?
I
Do you
can't remember.
Roughly?
No.
Over 100?
Oh, well and truly over 100. Because we're talking
about
the full coverage. So most Hades have over 100.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, it's going to take some time to kit it up.
Yeah, so this is by the Cross Stitch Studio. It's called the Mystical Forest, if you don't know what I'm talking about. And it's 800 by 800 stitches. So it's going to be massive.
It's going to take the rest of your life.
I reckon it's going to take me 10 years at least. At least. Anyway.
Wow.
So I said I gave Sharon the
list.
Screenshots of the list of colours.
And she's printed it all out to tick it all off.
So this is what I've given her. She's printed it out. She's got all the colours for me, and she organised the whole thing for me. And
she's so good.
I just love her. So basically what she did was got all these threads, marked it off, and then where the arrow is, all of those ones above my finger are all in box 1. Right? And so on and so forth. So, you know, from that arrow to that arrow is box 2, so on and so forth, right? Now, there was some of them that needed cones because they had like so many stitches.
Or your blank or something like that.
A deep forest green.
Oh, okay. So even other colours.
Algae green. There was a few more. 2 cones of ebony, because ebony is like 69,341 stitches or 66.5 skeins.
I have projects that are that size.
And then I said to her, because we moved, I've misplaced my white cone and my black cone. Like I just couldn't find them.
Yeah.
Guess what? After I purchased this, I found them.
Always the way.
So there's the white and the black, right? And then this is the box. This is what Kylie was referring to, right? So I got 2 of these boxes. And I've labelled
just for one project.
I've labelled it Mystical Forest box 1 of 2 and box 2 of 2.
Well, you probably need to, wouldn't you?
The boxes that I was talking about that Sharon put in are these boxes here, right? So this is box 11. And so all the ones that are on
that's full.
They're all full. Let me tell you. There's how many boxes in total? A box 11 boxes plus the cones.
Yeah.
So they're all full like that. And that's why she put them into the boxes so then it would be organised for me. So when I need a certain DMC number, I can go, okay, that's in box 5. I go to box 5, I can pull it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I won't be floss dropping all of these. It like I'd need a caravan to store them in. So we've got 3371 times 2. We've got 934, which is a dark green, and another green, which is 890. So we've got the 4 cones, and we've got the 11 boxes for Mystical Forest, and then we've got the 2 cones that
replace the ones that have since been found.
Correct. So,
wow.
Now, I must say, like in all seriousness, Sharon is excellent. If you need to kit up a project, she will help you kit it up. She will. You just give her, like I did, the screenshots of what your list of colours are. And in this particular pattern, it showed how many stitches and how many skeins would be needed for each one.
Yeah.
However, she can also work that out for you if it's not a huge pattern like this. Like if it's a small pattern, she can, kind of work that.
Yeah, maybe like a skein of each or something. And
but when I pulled up, she's like, these boxes were sealed, and she's like, "There's your 2 boxes, Ro." And I'm like, "What? What are they for?"
Boxes?
She was like, "They're your Mystical Forest," and I'm like, so anyway, that's that.
Yes, she is great. We love Sharon. She's very, very helpful.
Yes,
always.
Yeah, and she only lives
Not
Probably
far
the
from
same
you.
distance as what we live apart.
Yeah,
She
from
lives
you.
from me.
Yeah.
So it's
She used
it's
to
not
live
far.
closer to me, but she moved away.
Yeah. That's all right. She moved closer to me then.
It doesn't help me.
All right. So then on Facebook, I was having a little play around, scroll as you do, and then I found these D-stash things. I was like, oh, let's have a look in there.
Mm.
So I can't remember the lady's name, but she was getting rid of some of her stash that she no longer wanted, and she had bought the Cotton and Twine October box. So
With the Christmas pattern in
yeah,
it.
this is the subscription boxes that you can buy.
It's not a bad pattern.
Yeah.
Normally I get put off patterns like this because they have a lot of winter stuff.
Yeah, I think there's only the ice skates and the snowman.
Yeah, there's no, and the mittens, I suppose. Because we have, Christmas is in summer here.
Yeah.
So that's what puts me off a lot of these sorts of patterns, is that they have heaps of wintry things in there, and they don't apply here, especially in Queensland when they've got snowflakes and snow-covered grounds and whatever.
At the beach.
And yeah. But that, I don't mind that one, actually.
Yeah, it's quite cute.
It's not
so it came with the fabric, so this is folded, obviously, so don't panic.
Very small advent calendar.
And then the backing fabric, again, folded.
So it had all the finishing things.
Yep. And the threads and the pom-pom trim for the finishing. And then it came with a tea bag. It came with a sweet treat, but she had already had that, so that was fine. And I'm sure I can get my own sweet treat. And then it came with a little Christmas ornament. Look how cute it is.
It's very cute. Is he focused?
Can you?
Oh, he's got a little bell.
Hope you can hear the bell. So very, very cute.
Yep.
And then also in amongst, like not in that box, but in from the same seller, I bought this one, Christmas bug, and I have a friend in mind for this one because she loves VWs. So I was like, the Volkswagens, you know, the little bugs. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that done by this Christmas. I'll be working in progress. And then because we had got the one from Maggie that was the Christmas fawn, I think it was, the pink one, I saw this one and I was like, oh, it's another one from Satsuma Street. So it's the same sort of series. And then it has all the finishing stuff in the back.
Yeah. Nice.
And then a lady who lives around the corner from me, lovely Robin. Hi, Robin. She was de-stashing some stuff as well, and one of the other ladies had said that she had wanted it, and I said, next in line, please.
Yeah,
and then
I did see that.
The first lady said, oh, you can pass it to the next in line. So I was like so thankful, because this pattern, if you've been watching us for a while, you may recognise I rescued this part,
an unfinished project
from an op shop. So now I have the whole pattern. I might be able to finish it off, but I do remember it was something to do with the fabric wasn't going to be big enough for the whole thing. So I might have to use my imagination and creativity skills to be able to do something with that.
I think I've seen that, yes, it was done as a birth sampler, but there was also like without. I already saw it.
Oh, okay.
It's only got 6 legs, by the way.
Oh, it does too. I was just covering the spider because no,
it's not a spider, it's a bug because it's only got 6 legs.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, like you may be able to just do like the top and the bottom and not do the birth sampler in the middle, or you know, use this or something. Yeah. You'll work it out.
Yeah. So
see what fits.
But now I have the whole pattern, so I was so thankful and
now you can work out what to do with it.
And so Robin like literally lived around the corner from my old place. And she was like, are you still at your old place? I'm like, no, I'm at the new place. And she's like, where are you now? I'm like, literally around the other corner. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of digital haul too, so
I don't.
I'll quickly run through.
I have a list. I haven't bought them all yet.
Okay, so when I was doing the description in our description box
for one of our
for the last
video,
Flosstube, I enabled myself because I had to link to Cute Patterns by Maria. I linked Kylie's Cavoodles, the Cabby's pattern she showed. So yeah, that's it, not Cavoodles.
No.
So I've bought a few from there. So we've got cross stitch pattern Sea Sunset in a bottle. And I liked this one because I just thought it's pretty cute. Like the colours.
Yeah.
Next one is cross stitch pattern Elephants at the Waterfall. And that's the one that grabbed me first.
That's
and she had a sale on it. Was like buy so many and get so much % off or something. Next one is Rose in a Glass Bowl. And this is very Beauty and the Beast inspired to me.
Yes,
so
looks it.
Of course I had to get that one. Then this one was sold cheaper as a set, or you could buy them individually. So they're Christmas lighthouses, and the set of 3. They are cute. I like them. And then again, this one was cheaper as a set. So this one is Summer Adventure. You can buy them individually. So you've got sandcastles, a sailboat, lighthouse, a toucan, and a sunset on the beach. So that was all from Cute Patterns by Maria.
Yeah.
And then.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, we go to Counting Puddles. I tried to purchase through their website, but they don't sell to Australia.
Yeah.
So you have to go through their Etsy store if you want their patterns. So we got Ghosts in a Pumpkin Patch with jack-o'-lanterns. I thought they were cute. They looked like they were singing and dancing, and
Cute. Yeah.
So
the ghosts are having a great time, aren't they?
Yeah. So I thought that was quite cute.
Yep.
This is one that I've seen on Helen D's.
Yes, she's doing that one.
Flosstube, and I saw it quite a while ago, possibly last year, and I'd kind of forgotten about it. But when she showed it again recently, I was like,
she's worked on it again.
Yeah. So this one's called Ants Carrying Watermelon, which are pretty cute. And then the next one is called Brew Crew. So it looks like she's cooking up some sort of concoction there.
Yeah, that's cute. I like that. It's a Halloween-y one, so of course I do.
Yeah. And then the last one is a modern tea cross-stitch pattern, Spilling Teacup. So I was like, I like that.
Spilling the tea.
It's really odd. Like it's different, you know what I mean? So I thought I might be able to do that, put it in a hoop and stick it up in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I had to link to Favourite Gnome because of somebody else again.
Oh, so it's all my fault.
Yes,
You're trying to blame me for your spending.
Yes, it is. You enabled me.
I wasn't even there.
So I had to link the tropical gnome. You don't have to be there. It's like we're not in their lounge room, but we're still enabling them.
Yeah,
you know?
Well, I get enabled by other people too. So
yeah, that's right.
I'll take it.
And if you've been here for a while, you know how much I love gnomes, right? And I hadn't been on Favourite Gnome for a little while because I think I have most of the ones of hers that I like. And
but she's putting out new ones all the time.
She is. Like, she's amazing. She's got so many new ones.
Yep.
So here we go. Cross stitch pattern Turtle. So he's holding a little turtle, and the pattern of the turtle is on his hat.
Yeah.
Then we've got Cupid cross stitch. So I just thought that's cute.
It's a good Valentine's Day one.
Mm-hmm. Then we've got the birthday gnome, and it's like, so there's a male and a female of most of the gnome patterns there are.
Oh, is there?
Okay. Yeah. And then we have a candy maker in a little purple hat. She's got lollipops in her hat.
Sticking in the hat.
Yeah, this is very cute. And then I love this one. Female bathing cross-stitch pattern, relaxed cross-stitch. And she's got little yellow rubber duckies with her. And I just... And
on her hats and on her hat and everywhere.
She's having a fun old time in the bath with the rubber duckies. It's in the bubbles.
Yeah.
So innocent, so cute, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is a gnome with a beehive. And this is these are all newer ones because I haven't seen these for a while. I haven't seen these ones before. So, yeah, I thought that was really sweet. And then we have a bunny.
Easter
and I was like, I'm sure I must have this one, but I didn't. So, I didn't have this
It definitely looks like something you would have.
Yeah, but I checked.
Didn't already have it.
I'm not
Must have been a new one.
Not
going through that again.
Yep. So then the next one was a cross-stitch pattern, Easter cross-stitch it's called. and it's got little bunny ears on it.
Yeah.
And then the next one is a Halloween cross-stitch pattern witch.
I like that. That's cute.
Yeah. So got the little candy corn
Yeah.
like milkshake or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's odd, but it's cute.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah,
You know
I like
what I mean?
that. That one's cute.
Yeah. And then we have Honey Gnome, which is a little different to the other ones. And I think this one might be a little bit smaller than the other ones.
Yeah.
Just by the look of it. And then the last one is cross stitch pattern dragonfly gnome, and I was like, that is really pretty with the little
bright colours,
flowers, and the little dragonflies.
Yeah,
yeah, and they get dragonfly wings on. So
yep,
yeah, that's my digital haul.
Okay, so
Alrighty.
we do have some RAK'S, random acts of kindness.
We do.
We were both given a glow in the dark. The DMC glow in the dark thread because it had come undone, the packaging, and yeah, so
E940 if you're interested
is the glow in the dark one
number.
So
I
I did use a little bit of that on my Halloween stitch along for the spider web. And
oh, did you?
Yeah,
nice. Yeah. I'm thinking of possibly using mine in the Deadly Aquarium.
Oh, yeah.
When I get to it, because I've seen on the Lola Crow Facebook page that some people have used glow in the dark. Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm not pinching their idea. I'm sharing
it.
Yeah, they're sharing it with me.
Well, I'm sure they wouldn't have put it up if they didn't want people to do it.
Like, and everyone said it does look amazing. Yeah, so I was like, yeah,
I'm sure they'd be happy for you to do it too.
Yes,
that was my only rack. I'm done.
Then I picked up. I think you told me about this one, didn't you? Because of the flamingos.
So. Oh, maybe. Yes, that's right.
Flamenco flamingos.
Yes, when we were at Coco.
Yeah.
Last week.
Let me find the pattern that she was like, "Whoa, look at this!" And then I was like, "I've got to have this book."
So Denise has a little sort of sitting area, and she has some magazines, so you can sit and flick through them. You can take them if you want to. You can bring others back, whatever you want to do with them. They're there to look at, to take, to whatever.
Yeah.
And you can donate or whatever as well. So yeah, I had a bit of a flick through because I'm like, there's a couple here I haven't seen before. And yes, when I saw that pattern,
page 72,
I showed it to Ro, and she's finding it.
Yeah, I thought it was more towards the front, but it's not. It's more towards the back. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Feathers and flamenco. So I'm not sure. Like, should I change the color of the dress? I don't know. The pink and the red just to get like
don't work for you.
Forget about all this here. But the pink and the red, I'm not sure they like go that well together. But red is very much a flamenco color.
It really is.
So
let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
Leave a comment.
And if you've done it, it's out of the World of Cross Stitching issue 174. So that one.
Teddy bear on the front.
Yeah. If you've done it, let me know.
Yeah.
And then when I was at the Stitchy Catch Up, one of the ladies had said to me, Jeanette had asked for a particular pattern from her and if I could pass it on. And I said, yeah, that's cool. So I let you know, I've got your pattern. And she was like, I actually got it for you.
Of course she did. Look at it.
So I'm unforgettable.
Aww.
And, she said to me, I know it's because you love elephants and because you are unforgettable. Aww. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much.
That's lovely, Jeanette.
Yes. So that's that one. And then I picked up this one, Cross Stitch Marriage. And there's a whole lot of different motifs and different fonts and things and that in there. So I was like, someone who just got married. Hint, hint. She might be watching. And then this was the last one I picked up, and we all know why I picked this one up, right? Safari Sunset. So let me go in, and there we go. So yeah, that's what I picked up. And then I picked these up as well. They're like little tiny mini hoops, like, and you can see like there's my fingers, right? So that's how tiny they are. Teeny,
They're very
tiny.
cute.
And then I've got birthday gifts, so I might as well just add them onto the end, shall I?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so when I went to the Stitchy catch up, our lovely friend Jess.
Yeah, I figured.
I sat down, and I quite often sit next to Jess or around Jess, and she was like, "I've got something for you," and I said, "I've got something for you too." And anyway, I gave her what I had for her, and then she gave me this bag, and I was like, "What is this? Like, what do you have for me?" She's like, "Just open it. It's your birthday gift."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, you didn't need to get me anything." And she's like, "I couldn't resist." So she has just come back from Sri Lanka on a holiday, and while she was over there, she saw this and she thought of me, and she was like, "I have to buy it for you for your birthday." Now it's 3D because his little tail moves. So it's a little
Very
elephant,
cute.
and it's gorgeous, and I just absolutely love it. I said to her, "Yep, definitely have to use this as a cross stitch bag now."
Yeah, that's sweet.
And it's a really nice sturdy bag too. Like it's made
it's got a pocket
it's
on
got
the
a little
inside.
pocket. Yeah, it's fully lined. You know.
Nice.
Yes,
It's my birthday next month.
and then the patterns that my husband had ordered for me, the kits, sorry, had ordered for me, finally came in.
And these were your birthday present too.
These are my birthday present, yeah. So we've got this rainbow elephant. So I knew this one was coming because he kind of let the cat out of the bag with that one.
Or the elephant.
Or the elephant, yeah. Although
I don't know how you get an elephant in a bag.
That's what I was just thinking. How are you going to get the elephant in the bag?
I don't know. Somehow people get elephants in the rooms.
I've got an elephant on the bag, but not in the bag.
Yeah. Maybe that will be the bag for those.
Could be. I've all my elephant cross stitch in one bag.
Will they fit?
I don't know. Speaking of my elephant cross stitch, I need to find stained glass elephants.
Oh, yes.
Because I've been asked if I could work on that.
Yeah.
And I said yes as soon as I find it. So I need to find it. And then this was the second one that he got for me, and it was a kit.
That's cute.
Two little baby elephants.
Yeah.
So very cute. So I got a few elephant patterns now.
Yep. They'll keep you going for a while. That's why I said, would they all fit in that bag? Because so many elephant things now.
Yep. So we'll see. That's all the racks.
Okay, so you've been watching more Flosstube than I have lately.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been watching as much as normal.
No.
But because the only time I've had to stitch is when I sit down at night time. So I've watched one episode here and there before the TV gets taken over and change the channel, and next minute we're watching a movie.
That's what I'm like. Yep. I'll be in the middle watching something. My husband will come in. Should we watch something? I'm like, I am watching something.
Yeah, well, I am watching something. You know, I don't want to watch that.
It's not what he wants to watch. But anyway,
I'm getting that now. Maybe it's rubbing off.
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyway, I've been watching Emily the Shady Grove Stitcher, and again, Henry, her dog, in the background snoring away makes me laugh every single time.
Yeah.
But I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I
was like that when I was at Coco yesterday. Denise had her dog in there, Pippi, and she was asleep on the floor in her story room.
Pippi ran straight up to me. She knew I was a dog person. She's like, I like you. You're a dog person.
She came to me at my car yesterday. I'm not even out of the car, and there she was.
The next one, Helen D. Now, I watched her Flosstube Extra. It was a Q&A session, and she had said that she had had a lot of people asking her questions over the years, and so she did a whole extra and answered all the questions.
Answered lots of questions.
So, it was quite interesting, you know.
It ended up being one of her longest videos.
Yeah, and I learned a lot of things about Helen by watching that one.
Yeah, I did too. So that was interesting.
And then she also had a May update as well.
She did have, episode 192, busy month of May. Now, she's doing a pattern that has made it onto my wish list. I've seen her doing it on and off, and I'm like,
which one?
I kind of like that. It's called Witch's Hollow.
Oh, yes, I know the one, because that's orange fabric.
And I have some orange fabric that would work perfectly for it. So that's now on my wish list.
Yeah, so that's by Autumn Lane Stitchery,
Yes.
if you're unaware. And so it's not
It
a
looks
full
amazing.
coverage pattern because the orange parts that are in the pattern are actually the fabric showing through.
Yes, but I think it's the opposite half is full coverage.
Yeah.
It's the top purple.
The top part is pretty full, yeah, and then as it goes down through, it's like
it becomes
like
full
a scene of a street with.
We'll put a picture up.
And then wherever you can see the orange is actually the fabric showing through. Yeah, it's
But where you can't see orange,
clever.
it's fully stitched.
Yeah.
So it's like half full coverage, and the other half is not quite. So, but I've been watching her doing that one, and I'm just like, I love it. And every time I see it, I love it more. So it's on my wish list. But with my birthday coming up next month, I'm trying not to buy things.
I like it, except I think the orange is too bright for me. Now that's saying something because I love bright colours, but I think the orange is too bright. So if I could find maybe just a little muted, I'll
show you mine later.
Muted, but just not as bright as what they've used. I'd be happy.
Yeah, which mine is. It's not bright, but
yeah. Okay, the next one I've been watching is Stitching on the Rock, Deanne. Hi, Deanne. I've been thinking of you all month because Deanne is doing has done up to April in the Joyful World Sale.
Yep.
And so far, so have I.
So the race is on. This is what I was talking about before.
Yeah, Deanne finished hers individually.
Yeah.
So she has been putting hers up each month, whereas I'm doing one whole calendar
large
piece. Yeah.
Very large piece.
And the reason why I've been thinking of you is because I need to get on to May because we've had chats about as soon as I start May,
you'll be ahead of her.
I'll be ahead of her.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying the race is on.
Yeah, and I have a lot of time up my sleeve because she's not starting May until next year.
Oh.
Because she has made a milestone birthday this year, and she's doing so many starts, and none of them are on her list.
Oh.
So I have until next year. But in my head, no, I don't. I only have till the end of May to finish May, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I've been thinking and got to get it done, and it's on the plan for the next fortnight. So yeah, hope that craziness made sense. The next one I've been watching is Animal Instinct. Kelly, hi Kelly, another Aussie Flosstuber.
Yay.
And I really love catching up with all of her whips and things. And she I think we've spoken about this before, but she back in I think it was 2020, she did a quilt with all the different motifs that she did. And every single time I watch Kelly, I cannot stop staring at one of the motifs, which is sort of circular in the outside design, but it's all these rolls of toilet paper saying I survived 2020 or something like that. Yeah, I love it. It's just
the great toilet paper shortage.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I find it funny. And then Shady Trees. I watched their cruising special because they went on a cruise, a cross-stitch cruise.
Yes.
And they went overseas, and I was following along as they go and make the.
I think I started watching that one. I haven't finished it yet.
And the group, like the other people that went along, they made Facebook posts in the group, and I was following along. And so it was good to see it at the end, what they all stitched and how much fun they had. So
nice.
We're going on one in January. So
looking forward to that.
Yeah. It kind of makes me look forward to it. So yeah. That's all the Flosstubes I've got.
Yeah, and that was all I had. I didn't have any more than that. So
I've been watching lots of movies. I can tell you about them.
I've been watching TV shows. Now, we do have a little video to insert.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to introduce that?
We forgot last time to insert this.
We did.
So this is going to be a little video about the Rose Crafty Corner Project Bag of the Month for the April edition, which we named Autumn Dogs.
Yep.
And
you'll see why.
It was a little while ago now.
It was a little bit. We kept forgetting to put the video in, and we didn't want to do it too early because not everyone had their bags.
Exactly. We didn't want to spoil it for anyone. Yeah. Now, there is still one bag available for purchase. If you wish to be that person, just contact us. Let me know.
Yep. And, details are below.
I can go through it all with you. And if you are the first in best dress, then that's you. So
if you've been waiting to see what was in it,
here
it is.
Okay, so this is the April bag of the month, Project Bag of the Month Club release. I'm super excited to show you because it's adorable. So we have an autumn dogs bag.
Here's the bag.
Look how cute they are. They're little scarves all wrapped up, their little jumpers on, the beanie, and
very autumnal colours.
yeah, autumnal, yeah. We got a yellow zip and a yellow inside. I don't know what happened
my
there.
hands.
Sorry. I looked down because I wasn't realising. And then we have a matching Ort tray with the little puppy dogs. Aren't they just adorable?
Very cute.
Then we have a matching needle book / thread bed. Yes, very good. My assistant.
So it's got the felt inside it.
Yes, so you can put your needles in here, and then if you open the felt right up, you can thread your needles, put them in here, and use this as a thread bed.
Very cute.
All
matching.
Yes. And then we have a little autumn puppy dog needle minder, courtesy of Amanda from Magical Minders. Look how adorable that is.
It's so cute.
She sent me a couple of options and I picked that one.
It's got its little coat on too.
Yeah. So cute.
It's cooling down in autumn.
So cute. Then from Crafty Threads, we have some fabric, Ada fabric. We have a skein of the most used colour, which is 739, and bobbin to go with it if you choose to bobbinate.
If you don't, you can send them to me. I'll use them.
Then we have a little organza bag. Now, in the organza bag is a Frogger that Kylie made.
With a little puppy dog on it.
Let's cover our eyes. There we go. Little puppy dog on the bottom. And in the middle there is a little paw print.
And we couldn't get quite enough of those beads, so some of them are a little bit different.
Yes, yeah.
But they still work the same.
Yep.
So your Frogger is used to help you do your unpicking so that you don't drop your good needle or break it.
If you stab yourself.
Well, I mean, this isn't going to stop you stabbing yourself if you're that way inclined. But if you drop that on the floor, it's going to be a lot easier to find than just a single needle. So it does have a needle in there. It's just got a stopper on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, to avoid the stabbing. But yeah, for unpicking.
Yeah. And then we have a decorative counting pin. So some of them are yellow, which is this one, and then some of them are orange.
Made by me.
Yeah, made by Kylie. And then we have a pattern that was designed by Dawn Williams, our friend, and it's called Coming Home for Autumn, which we will insert a picture. And it's a beautiful design.
It is very nice.
It really is. And like between her and I, we came up with this awesome like sort of finishing idea. Like she had something in mind, and then I said, well, I've got this in mind, and it was sort of a collaboration between the both of us.
It's nice. It's good.
Yeah. So we provide you with some finishing items. Now, this is a flat finish, so you can finish it on a board, and then she has it hot glued onto a cutting board type shape of wooden board.
Yeah.
Which you can get at craft shops and things like that. However, I wasn't.
We find ours Kmart. I think we got some.
Yeah, and the reject shop sells
some. So there's a few different places.
I think Lincraft
That's in Australia,
some,
obviously.
Yeah. And so you can find them widely available. And what was the other thing I was going to say? I wasn't able to include the cutting board because of the weight.
Yeah,
it was just going
to
cost too much with postage and things.
They're not hard to source.
No, they are. And so I had to make it fair for everybody. If I couldn't include it for the people that I'm posting to, then I thought it was unfair to, include it for other people.
So people you're handing them to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got two strands of cord. Now, the reason why I'm holding it here and not down here is there's a short one that goes to this point, and then a long one. And in the finishing instructions, it tells you
what to do with them.
Which one is the short one and which one, yeah. And then we have some autumnal leaves. And we have some little beads. And then you also get the beads that are needed to stitch the pattern, and also a 2025 charm.
Nice.
And last but not least, you get a caramel latte coffee and some Mentos little lollies to chew on.
Or suck on while you're stitching.
Yeah, while you're stitching. Also, like obviously we've just said, you get the pattern. You get the instructions. Finishing instructions. You also get a
business card.
Yes. You also get a PDF of what is included in the bag, and it explains what's in the bag. If there's any other little bits of information that I need to let you know about, then that'll be in that. And I think that's pretty much it. So
if you have any questions, leave us a comment. If you haven't signed up for the bag and would like to sign up for the next one, definitely get in contact because places fill up very quickly.
Yes, and I only make a certain amount. And once are limited, those places are taken, that's it.
Yeah.
It's an exclusive club, so the patterns will never be released out to the public. You'll only ever get them in the bag. And I think that's pretty much it.
All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, so hopefully you love your bag and all the big goodies in it.
Yes, so, I've had all very good reports.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear. But we welcome any feedback that you have on anything that should be done differently or and if you just love it as it is.
The next bag is the June bag, so that will be released on the 5th of June, and there is still a couple of spots left for that one.
I was going to say, our order's open for that one.
Yes, they are. But you need, as I said, you need to get in quick because there is only a limited amount that are made.
Yes.
And
because Ro does it all herself.
It's a one-person job, other than the things that, I
supplied by other people. But the actual bags, Ro literally makes each one.
Yes.
So, and it takes time and, you got to fit some stitching in between.
That's right. And that's why I haven't had a lot of stitching because
general
I've been
life stuff.
concentrating on that. So,
Yeah.
The next one is super cute as well. And some of the feedback that I'm getting is that people are loving a different finish each time.
Yeah.
And they're expanding their techniques and their finishing skills.
Yeah, it's good.
So if you are interested in doing that, just contact us and let me know. It's well worth it. So
you definitely get value for money.
Available around Australia, so I can post anywhere within Australia.
Yeah. Okay.
And so because Kylie makes the pins and the froggers and things for my bags, she needed to come up with a card for herself.
Yeah.
Because they were just put onto my card and people were thinking that I was making them.
She was getting the credit.
And well, not necessarily, because I'd be saying, well, Kylie made them.
Yeah.
So now Kylie has her own card.
Yeah. So I've kind of launched a little side hustle and it's Kylie's Crafty Notions. So I have an email address specific for this as well, but I've put
sorry, I'm just trying to focus it.
It's all right. We'll link it all below. So yes, I have a separate email just for my things, but the obviously our Flosstube is on there and also our Instagram. And I have actually just recently created my own Facebook page.
Oh, excellent.
For it as well, so I can put up pictures. But I need to get one of those little light box, photo box thingies
for you.
To be able to take individual pictures. At the moment, I've just got them all on my boards and I've put them up. Yep. The other exciting thing is that currently some of my pins are sitting at Coco X Stitch. So if you can't get one through me, you can get one through Denise at Coco if you're popping in there. And she will shortly have some froggers in stock there as well. I've got some ready to go. I just needed a way to display them. And
now she has it.
Now I have. It's the little pin cushion that I showed earlier. Is going to be sitting at Coco with a froggers image, which is why it's a frog theme.
Yes.
So that's quite exciting as well. And she has been selling some of the pins and then I end up spending the money back with her.
Of course. What comes around goes around, right?
She wins out either way.
So yes,
but that's quite exciting for me that, you know, I've got my own cards and things organised for it, and, you know, helps with a little bit of pocket money that I just, you know, buy,
and as we
buy
go
more
along,
beads and pins with.
As we go along, we're getting more and more professional.
Yes. Things are improving as we go along.
Yeah.
The more we do some of these things, the better we get at it. So
That's right. Yeah.
it's exciting time.
Yes.
Yeah. So that card will be in the next bags
in the
for
June
June,
bags.
because I didn't have them in time for the last one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very exciting.
Yeah. Kylie and I last fortnight filmed a day earlier.
Yep.
And the reason why we filmed a day earlier is because we actually went to a wedding.
Yes, we did.
Not ours.
No. One of our lovely friends, Katie, who I caught up with yesterday and the day before a little bit as well.
She married her love, Gareth, and when we got there, we hadn't met Gareth before.
No.
And
but he'd seen our faces before.
Yeah, he's seen us. And we sort of turned around and we thought, oh, that must be the groom.
Yeah.
And we said hello and introduced ourselves. And he says, oh, yes, I know you too. And then we had a little joke about being celebrities at the wedding and all the other things. It was a lovely day.
Minor.
Yeah. We had a great time. We had lots of laughs. And it was a beautiful wedding. And Katie just looked absolutely stunning.
Yes, she did.
So, yeah, we had a great time.
We did. That's it for today then.
That's it, yep.
All right. If you've stuck with us through to the end, thank you so much for joining us. We do really appreciate you spending your time watching us. If you're feeling generous, we do have a Buy Me a Coffee link down below. That just helps us be able to run some competitions every once in a while. And
speaking of competitions, sorry to interrupt. We have been in contact with the winner from our last competition, and the prize is being sent off. So thank you to everybody who entered, and we now have the prize winner.
Yay!
So, yes.
So that's all done. So no redraws, sorry.
Yep.
But yes, anything we get through the Buy Me a Coffee link will go towards prizes and postage of those prizes and so on. All right. Thank you so much for being here with us. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. Leave us a comment, any opinions on any of the things that we've shown today.
Or ask questions
about, or anything you have a question about. I mean, Helen D did a question video. We could do one too if there's things you want to know about us that we haven't already shared. And until next time, stay crafty.